Hey everybody, welcome back to the Canna Partners News Break. We try and do these little 3 to 5 minute news things a couple times a week, a few times a week. And the whole point of it is just really so hopefully when you listen to this, you know a little bit more about the cannabis industry than you knew the day before. We like to cover topics like news, medical breakthroughs, medical researches, just general business news, legislative news, regulatory news, legal front some. They'll cover a little bit of everything, but we don't want to take too much time of your day. We just want to kind of pick some things we find interesting and just kind of give you a little update on it unless we let you know what's going on. California really just did a great job. They allocated $30 million to cannabis research. And this is an article in Entrepreneur magazine. $30 million to 9 public universities around the state to research cannabis and its effects on people and its effects on society. And we're talking high-quality institutions here. We're talking University of California, Berkeley, UC San Francisco, UC Davis had one, UC San Diego. So the major universities in the university system in California are getting $30 million in grants to study the cannabis space. This is just fantastic. We're seeing study after study come out on cannabis. You know, the feds aren't backing it as of yet because of it's still a Schedule I narcotic, despite. So there's 3 things. If to be a Schedule I narcotic, the entity in question has to have no medical use, has to be addicting, and has to be dangerous. We know cannabis has medical uses as the FDA has approved cannabis-based drugs for medical uses. We know you can't overdose on it because there's never been a recorded death from cannabis in the U.S. or the world as far as anyone can find out. And we know cannabis is not physically addicting. So according to the U.S. government's own 3-pronged approach on what makes a drug a Schedule I narcotic, cannabis fails all 3. Yet it's still a Schedule I narcotic. So we'll get away from the ludicrousness of that for a second. The federal government isn't backing studies in any significant form whatsoever. So public universities and states are doing it now, which we applaud California, again, being the forefront in cannabis, research, legalization efforts, et cetera, et cetera. We're convinced that these top-notch studies are going to come through with some amazing findings and amazing research that backs the studies already out there, that just will confirm to the public in general that pretty much everything you've been told about cannabis as you were growing up as a kid and as you entered your adult years was inaccurate. It was a complete and utter falsehood. And now that we have legal cannabis in the U.S., now that we have data coming from those efforts, we're proving this to be false. It's not a gateway drug. It does not lead to a decay in society. It does not lead to harder drugs to people. It does not lead to higher addiction rates. In fact, the data is showing us the exact opposite happens. You have less crime. You have less opioid prescriptions. You have less opioid overdoses. You have less drug overdoses. You have less alcohol sales and less alcohol-related crimes. This all happens as a direct effect of you legalizing cannabis in your state. And we really look forward to seeing what these studies come out with regarding the health benefits, societal benefits of the plant, right? It's a plant, and how that's going to affect everyone. So we can't wait to see the results, and we applaud California for, again, being a front runner in these efforts. So I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you next time.